EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Today we hit double digits, week 10, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Carolina Panthers. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they finally get to him out near midfield, but he's all the way across the 45 to the 46.
In the course of the game, we focus on the offense and the defense. We give lip service to the special teams. It's way bigger than that. The third phase of any football team, and special teams provided the spark to begin this game.
They'll run with the second-round pick from April's draft. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. From the 48-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8.
Let's go.
Operating from the gun, Coles. Well, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. You look at this Carolina defense against the pass, just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
You know, when actors get ready for a scene, they often ask the question, what's my motivation? But what's the motivation of this group? What's their mindset? What's the problem that they have? Will they create an identity that allows them to get better?
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
Ready? Liking 18. Ready?
Back to throw. Coles. And that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. On is the Chargers punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And it will be the Panthers' ball. First and 10. Looking to put a drive together. On first down, they'll start out with Hubbard. He finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Back to throw here. That is caught. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Panthers at 6-3 on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 2. He'll look to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. But you talk about the defense for these Chargers, and they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Panthers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chains, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll result in a fresh set of downs. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. This is Benson. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Hubbard will take this one in. Touchdown, Carolina. So both sides of the football contributing here early. Their defense forces the punt, and then the offense takes it down the field and punches it in on the short touchdown run.
And, Brandon, that's good complementary football. That's what they're going to need if they want to get out of here victorious.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. So they get the 1-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Now the try here for the point after. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. Now, they dipped the game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36.
Ready. Hawk 70, Hawk. Ready.
Looking to throw. Colts. That's complete. It's Ladd McConkey. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's 2nd down.
And if think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area, and after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
From the 31, here's a 2nd and 5.
Come on. Check.
Up the middle they go. It's Davidson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun, Coles. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal. There'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one is right through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
They juked him. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of 2 play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything is working pretty well. For the defensive guy,
on the defensive side,
that's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
They'll run on 1st down with Hubbard. They'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
2nd down, another chance for Hubbard. Shifts by him. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Carolina. Chuba Hubbard with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are able to stretch out their lead. Extra point forthcoming. And it's 21-3. That's the score. Panthers 21, Chargers 3. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. To the right side, he finds his receiver, Harris. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a 1st down.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Back to throw now on first down. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way. If they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Again, he'll drop to throw. This one finds McConkey. So nothing doing there. And it's second down.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. They'll look to throw again. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Chargers.
Rig alert, rig alert. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Now a handoff up the middle. Davidson. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
2nd down from the 8. They can get a first down by reaching the 5. Operating from the gun. Coles. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hampton. And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Check, 70, hot 70. Ready?
Hampton. Touchdown, Chargers. Finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it and catch it, and he gets it done.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. This taken in right around the goal line. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They're going to look to throw. Got a man, that's Leggett. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 2nd down and 6 now.
48-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and
Now back to throw. They'll set up the screen here for Hubbard. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Here we go, set. Check go.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And he's going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Let's go now. Go.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He'll dump this one off to Hubbard. So he stopped for no gain. And it'll be second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now a second and 10. Back to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Benson. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 31-yard line.
First down. First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Let's go.
A give up the middle, Hubbard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
32-yard line.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up second and 12.
60 Eagles. 60.
They'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. They'll drop the throw. Checks this down to Hubbard. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be second and goal. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Xavier Legette hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Charger drive about to get going. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. And this will be incomplete. Physical play of the football there, and it's second down.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
19, start.
They'll work inside here, Hampton. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen. That flag, that'll push him back 5.
On the jump.
Here comes third and about a foot.
Come on, come on. Hey, let's go.
Back to throw. Coles. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout. As they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Check. 70 Timberwolves.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
Here we go.
They'll look to throw here on first down. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he wisely will throw that one away.
And their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. He finds his man, complete. It's Alvarado. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. 78 yards. And the Panthers come right out of the locker room and score here the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point attempt to come here. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. They'll start on the ground here on first down. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
They give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
Operating from the gun, Coles. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Looking to throw. Coles. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point of the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Fielded at about the 28. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Panthers will take over now, first and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Panthers 60. Panthers 60.
They'll set up to throw. They'll run the screen with Hubbard. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Give him 18. It's a Carolina first down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Hawk 70.
A carry here for Trevor Etienne. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Another toe for Etienne. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. Give him 9 on the carry, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
Cam Little on for the field goal. A 53-yard attempt.
And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright, and that'll keep this a 22-point game.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The Charger drive about to get going. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has... Well, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Well, whatever adjustments they're trying to make over on that sideline, Charles, this defense, they just seem to be a step in front of them and not giving them a chance to implement any of those changes. And here, a pick 6, and they widen the lead.
At least a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps. But right now, they are thinking hard about putting this opponent away. That turnover, it cooled their lead and just totally deflated that offense. Now, these next couple of series, you can take them out of the game entirely if you continue on this pace.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Charger drive about to get going. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnover. Is a turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Ready.
Back to throw. Coles. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 43. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Out of the gun, they'll run with Hampton. And he powers through the first lane, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
46-yard line.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. 2nd and 13. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And the Panthers are going to take over at their own 41.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
Now ETN to start the drive. And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
And the Panthers first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Up the middle they go. Gross. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Handoff running left is ETN. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now.
Cam Little on for the field goal.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still a very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game is played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Looking to throw. Coles. Throw left side complete. That's Hampton. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
Cougar 19.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Nick Scorton. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work
work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
This offense so far on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Liking 18.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A give to ETN running right. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. And they'll go again with ETN. And he stopped immediately there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. So they went a little cautious there on 3rd and long.
And nothing wrong with that. Remember, they're playing with a lead right now. So getting a 1st down, yes, that would be great. But even more importantly, take care of the football. No turnovers, no big plays for the other team, and keep the clock moving.
And on 4th down, they come up and take the knee. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that, saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule. If someone does it to them, you don't hear people protest afterwards. That's just who they are.
Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Davidson. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. A quick throw there is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Trayvon Merritt. And the Panthers will take over here just shy of the 30. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. And they'll indeed take a knee. And they take a knee. Here's the Panthers punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. And he fields it cleanly. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Hurt. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 33. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Cowboy 80.
Off the play fake. Coles. Well, caught by Poe. And he'll get positive yardage there as he'll be touched down.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Now a handoff up the middle. Davidson. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out, ready to send it away. Oh, what a move. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Their own 30-yard line.
And they will take a knee here. And Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Carolina, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.